Hey there, it's Nikos here and welcome to our weekly Forex forecast. And I want to share with you a couple of really powerful pairs that are trending, will probably continue to move in the same direction next week. The forecast, of course, is for October the 8th to October the 12th. And I'll start with the GBP New Zealand dollar. Also, to say it up front, make sure if you like what we do here to share this, comment below the video, and of course push the like button, and then I know that I'm on the right track and everything will be great and I can just continue. So GBP New Zealand dollar, weekly chart. Look at the weekly chart here. I draw my support line and we can also see the nice wedge break we had already a couple of weeks before. So the direction is great. We had a 1 2 3 in our daily chart, retracements back to the 36, one here, and then later on another chance there. Price bounce is really going since then, moving about 500-600 points almost up at this point. And as we can see, if we get big daily candles like those and a weekly candle like this, a powerful one like that, usually price will continue in the same direction for a while. Most of the times that happens, especially when we have a new direction, a trend direction. Now it's long, so the next main or major resistance areas are kind of close, but between here and actually here. Let me do 2 in this case so it's easier for you to check. Price could move at least 100 to about 3, 4, 500 pips in the long run if it wants to go up, continue the uptrend. So what I would like you to check is this powerful support line on the 4-hourly chart quickly. A potential retracement that we will get at some point, if not on Monday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. So price has to breathe out. Breathing in all the time is not how it works. So we need a small retracement or bigger retracement, whatever we get. And if we see a powerful bounce in the 12 EMA area, or maybe it wants to go down even to here, at that point the 36 is following, then wait for this bounce. And if you have this for swing trading, you can check for some new entries on the 4-hourly, maybe 1-hourly chart to create a powerful long swing trade. Now on the way down, if price is going up, let's say on Monday, Tuesday, finding this area of resistance more or less, and you'll see there's weakness on the 4-hourly chart, then you can go to your 1-hourly chart, draw your trend line. In this case we just have a powerful volatility line. Price did never really retrace. Here we have a little range. That means that price is not really retracing. Until Friday night it was still moving up, and that happened to many pairs. So we can expect either a breakout or a continuation of this little range and then a bigger retracement before price is bouncing and moving up. So we are looking at this line. This is our powerful trend line. If that breaks and price creates a lower high here, we can look for short trades to target the major areas of support. But of course, get in with a 1-hourly chart or even lower time frames, intraday trading against that main move, and see how far it will go. Okay, GBP Australian dollar, it's happening the same thing here on many pairs. We had the break of the wedge and we have volatility now. So yes, there was previous support acting as resistance, but price broke that. So right now the next area would be about here, and that means price could move about 200 to even 500 points long term, always long term, right? On the daily chart it looks like this. Same story, a lot of support, bounces after big retracement, and then price just going and going. And again here on the 4-hourly chart, look for retracements. The same story exactly. You draw your volatility line on the 1-hourly chart because those charts look really similar, and then you can pick which one looks best, this one or GBP New Zealand dollar maybe. And depending on where you get your first setup, you can start trading. Maybe it happens at the same time. Just pay attention to the details. Wait for the breaks or the lower highs and lower lows first. New Zealand dollar CHF, this is going down. It's still bounced on the weekly resistance line. On the daily, look at this nice bounce, and since then it's really going down. So on the 4-hourly chart, we didn't have any setups yet, so you want to wait for potential short 1 to 3 on the 4-hourly chart. On the 1-hourly, that already happened. Your next area of support is down here. If you get a setup here, you can target the lows, of course. Look at the 1-hourly chart like that. Retracements, retracements. You have a nice trend line here. So we wait for this to happen and then we take action. If price goes up, moves up, and you get a higher low here, then forget the shorts. We switch then back to the daily chart and want to see break of this line before we go really long, maybe on the 1-hourly chart on the break in this area to target the next area of resistance. But this right now we're still talking short. Everything is pointing down. GBP CHF bounced here, it found some support in this area and it started bouncing. It's still short, but it's the short is kind of losing steam with the 3 touches. Price did react at resistance at first, as you can see here, moved down about 100 points on the 4-hourly chart, and now it's breaking. So what we want to see here, remember always the support line is important. Remember to see this 1 to 3 setup, and if that is great, boom, you can get in here. Target next areas of resistance. In this case, here's resistance, but if you get your 1 to 3 on this resistance, then the next area of resistance would be up here. So there's enough room. But let's just see what happens. You can also check it out on the 4-hourly chart. Draw a different angle, extend this line, and do it quickly. Here we go. Wait for setup back to this line, and if it's reacting, you know what to do. 1-hourly charts, maybe 4-hourly entries if you like it and the target is big enough, or in combination with lower time frames on the bounce on this line, we want to go long if it's really moving up. Remember, the volatility is important and the bounces on powerful trend lines. New Zealand dollar yen, we already know what happened here. Again, it's still short. Main goal, the previous lows, and it looks like it will go soon. But of course, longer term goals, because this is a powerful downtrend, are new lows on the chart. So it's probably creating a new low. Let me see on the weekly chart if we have some support. Yeah, there's support all over the place in this area already, but after that it could be the lows down here. Let me zoom out a little bit just to check if there is something else. Yeah, those highs from 2012 and this low, so price could literally move down 200 points before we see any reactions there. GBP US dollar, I'm not too excited at this point because we have a short 1 to 3, but it's not confirmed. It's not a confirmed down move. It's actually reacting long. Third touch bounce on the daily chart long. So right now we have to look only for long setups, probably on the 4-hourly chart and 1-hourly chart. That means look for a 1 to 3, a higher low, and then if that happens before it's reaching this area, then this will be your target. If price moves up and then you get your 1 to 3, you do another support line, and of course then you would go, if there's a good setup, for the highest points up here. The Euro US dollar weekly chart still pointing down. We waited for this reaction. This weekly short 1 to 3 started somewhere here. We had multiple tops in this area, and now we have a good break. The next support, so we had the reaction in this area, right? So the next target would be those lows down here, long-term targets, and that would be up to 500 points. So on the daily chart right now, we are waiting for some, this is the previous range by the way, for some setups. So that means for us a 4-hourly 1 to 3 in making. It is trouble to give us direction, so we really need to see a clean break. We got them already here, and now there's another one here. You have a powerful trend line you can draw like this. As long as the price is bouncing on that, you're always looking for shorts, and if that line breaks, boom, you can get in to trade the shorts on the 1-hourly or maybe even the lower time frame. The euro Australian dollar is pushing up as well. See on the daily chart we got the 1 2 3s. The angle of the support line is changing. We have only 2 touches, so important will be what happens when price is creating a new high and another reaction to this line. Right now it's only moving up. We don't have any retracements, and the best time frame to trade on is the 1 hourly chart to find the volatility trend line like this. Here we go. Retracement back to here, and if we get the bounce, perfect, then you can look for trades also on lower time frames for sure, or even using your Renko charts to check for new setups. Here are the Renkos in combination with Heikin Ashi. There we go. But you need that retracement back to that line, or at least the 36, depending on what you like best, depending also the settings you're using. So 120 would be more accurate for us, the way we do things. And then a retracement back to here, or maybe you'd like to check a little bit lower on M60, but I'm not too happy with this, only for the entries. The long-term, the trend line, the long-term trend line is really the one on M12. Easier for everybody. You can see clearly what kind of retracement we could expect. Okay. USD yen, it's also moving, but finding major resistance now. So we want to be careful. We have our first red candle after a lot of 1 2 3s on the 4 hourly chart, so the first sign of weakness, and now we expecting something. So and that is happening right now. So take a look on Monday. Maybe there's a lower high, maybe wants to then break this, and you can try some shorts against the main trend to target this low. It's not so far, or maybe even the 36 EMA, depending on where you get the entry. It would be like 50 60 points up to 100, and then you'll see. Also draw your support lines. Maybe if price is really breaking, you can do it in a different way. Also like this is probably better. It's closer to price action. So if price is penetrating this area, it might go down to here. So pay attention to this, right? We have also the euro New Zealand dollar. I'm covering more pairs today because we have a lot of volatile pairs, and you are trading a lot of those, and I get a lot of emails, so I want to show you this as well. It's the same story. It's really long. On the daily chart, it's moving up. For new entries, we need to see a good retracement, and we didn't get this yet. So we want to really see the first red candle on the 4 hourly, or a lower high and lower low on the 1 hourly chart. Draw your volatility line. Wait for this to come back and test this line. See how the reaction will be. If it's powerful, you can take the longs on the lower time frames. If not, if it's kind of breaking or creating lower highs, look for the shorts against the main trend using Renko charts or 50-minute charts. Okay, and then you'll just target your 4 hourly 36 EMA or those lows, and later on those lows here. The 36 will follow at that point, so it's probably worth 15 between 100 points if market continues to be volatile. And the last one would be the Australian dollar US dollar. Since we talked about this, it's still going down and going down. So our shorts, all the shorts on our powerful trend lines this week on the higher time frames are working out. So well done to everybody. In the next video, we'll also cover the trader of the month, but that will be a little bit later. So right now, the daily chart 150, 170 points down after the break. And if you look at the monthly, on the weekly chart, let me zoom out. The next area of support is really down here. The lows are down here, so between here and here. This could mean another 100 points, but we need, of course, on the 4 hourly chart, a retracement, a setup, something. And that's why we like to draw our trend lines. The trend line with the 2 touches will be far away, so price has to retrace a lot. And because we don't know, we don't have enough history on this trend, price should probably go at least up to somewhere, and if we see the first weakness and 2 to 3 line break, then we can adjust a trend line. So right now there is nothing on the 4-hourly chart. On the 1-hourly, only the 36 EMA bounces. As long as price is bouncing on the 36, you can always use this time frame as a guide. Okay, and only if that line breaks and you get a high high and high low, you can trade against the main trend and target this area. That's it for this week. Happy and healthy trading. As I said before, don't forget to comment, share, and like the video. See you soon, and bye for now.